Welcome to Arsenal, Piero Hincapie. He's finally been announced as an Arsenal player. Our eighth signing of the transfer window, the best transfer window we've ever had for sure. And obviously, we've also just had that Liverpool not going to get Gay. So that's great. Our defense becomes more solid. We've seen so far this season conceded one goal. That came from a free kick. Kiwior obviously left, but we needed to strengthen our defense even more with the injuries as well. Saliba and Ben White. It's great to have a different option. Another option is going to bring more quality to our defense. And this is what Arsenal had to say about Piero Hincapie, who's joined us. Now, Piero Hincapie completes loan move to Arsenal with an option to buy next season. And this is what they had to write on the article. Ecuador international Piero Hincapie has joined us from Bayer Leverkusen on a season-long loan. The 23-year-old defender has made more than 100 appearances for Leverkusen since joining in 2021, playing a key role in their Bundesliga title victory in 2023-2024. Spending his early career in Ecuador, Piero developed through the youth system at Independent Del Valle, where he made his senior debut age 17. She's been playing quite some time now. During his time playing club football in his homeland, Piero captained Ecuador at under 17 level and also won the under 20 Copa Libertadores. Why do I always have a problem saying that name? Copa Libertadores, that's how you say it, in 2020. The versatile defender moved to Argentina in 2020, where he made a huge impression during his season with Primera Division side Talleres before signing for Leverkusen. At international level, Piero has made 46 appearances for Ecuador, being a member of his country's squad for the 2022 World Cup and Copa America tournaments in 2021 and 2024. So he was actually part of the squad that won the World Cup in 2022. I actually didn't realize that. Oh no, not won the World Cup. He's Ecuadorian. I'm all over the place in this one. He played in Argentina. He's not Argentine. So he played in the 2022 World Cup. I did not know that either. I did not know him at that point. And Copa America tournaments in 2021 and 2024. Sporting director Andrea Bata said, "We are delighted to have completed the loan signing for the season of Piero Hincapie. At only 23, Piero already has significant experience both in Bundesliga and at international level. He's an intelligent defender with real strength and versatility. His performances in recent years for both club and country have been of a consistent high quality, and we are confident Piero will continue to grow this season and be an important player for us." You can tell we've signed so many players this transfer window that I'm all over the place. This one, we made 8 signings. I'm not used to this. This is what Mikel Arteta had to say about him. "We are so pleased to welcome Piero Hincapie to the club. Piero has a real physical presence with his versatility and tactical flexibility, giving us strong added defensive options. He's a big character with a very good combination of both youth and maturity. He will make our squad stronger and more competitive as we continue into this season. We welcome Piero and his family to Arsenal." Piero will wear the number 5 shirt and will join up with his new teammates after returning from international duty with Ecuador. Everyone at Arsenal welcomes Piero to the club. This transfer is subject to completion of regulatory processes. So can you also get the pictures? Let me just see if you can get these pictures. Yeah, there he is, Piero Hincapie's first day at Arsenal. Ecuadorian international is now heading to the international break, so he's not going to train with Arsenal anytime soon. Up until after the international break, this international break is important for a lot of teams. These are World Cup qualifiers. There he is arriving. Let's look at this. There he is with Tim Lewis, as well as Mikel Arteta. Right there. Great pictures. They do take some really good pictures. Our new number 5 has confirmed. Super ready. I cannot wait for him to get started. At centre back, who can also play as a left back. Very good on the ball, very good pass of the ball as well, very good defensively. He is a winner. He's won with Bayer Leverkusen. He almost had a flawless season with Leverkusen a couple of years ago, and I think he'll fit in very well. In terms of defensive players, we really do sign some really good defensive players, and as I said at the beginning, we still have the best defense in the league. Very tough to break down. So, and in the Champions League as well, against those teams away from home, you're going to need a good defense. So you need players like Piero Hincapie. And on top of that as well, the injuries, unfortunately, we've had a lot of injuries. I mean, so far this season, we have Saliba's out injured. We have Ben White who's out injured as well. And we have Tomiyasu who's left, TNU's left, and Kiwior who's left as well. So literally 3 players are injured, 3 players have left, 2 players are injured, and Calafiori, Timber, Gabriel are all just returning from injuries. So we needed an extra option. Mosquera yesterday I usually do not have a problem with Arsenal defenders at all, and that is exactly why. You saw Mosquera coming on yesterday. He played unbelievably well, and I'm expecting the same for Hincapie. Like, the defenders that we sign are usually top quality. I mean, you see Calafiori right now, you look at Timber right now, the way they're performing every single day, and you're like, yeah, man, we really do sign some top defenders, and hopefully Piero Hincapie is one of those guys as well. Hopefully he's going to fit in perfectly. There's a lot of games coming up now. After the international break, it's Nottingham Forest. We are playing the first game after the international break, literally the early kickoff against Nottingham Forest, so no time to rest. Literally 3 days later, we are playing the early Champions League kickoff as well. The first game of the Champions League season, we are the ones who are starting it on Tuesday. And then that weekend, we are playing Man City. And then that midweek, we're playing the Carabao Cup. So now the Champions League has started. The Carabao Cup has started. We're going to need a squad, you know. We saw it Saliba yesterday. He twisted his ankle. He's probably not going to be out for a long time, so that is good. But you cannot play Gabriel and Saliba every single day. No, you're going to need Calafiori to play there sometimes. You're going to need Hincapie to play that sometimes. You're going to need Mosquera to play there sometimes. You know, Timber, hopefully Ben White can come back and they can help each other on that side. Calafiori, we know he can't play every single game. He's been brilliant so far. I think in terms of the season, the 3 games so far, I think overall Tim and Calafiori have been our best players this season. So they've been not only just attacking wise, defensive wise, they've been very. So I think Calafiori dealt well yesterday with Salah as well. So hopefully Hincapie can be the same as well. So that is our 8th signing of the transfer window. I don't think we've ever made any like that. Now, Liverpool have signed Isaac, obviously, so everyone is saying that Liverpool had the best transfer window. They were close to signing Guehi, but that has fallen through a few minutes ago. So Guehi is not going to go to Liverpool because Crystal Palace couldn't get a backup option or a replacement. So that is good for us. You know, we want to win the league title, so you need Liverpool and Man City to also, you know, things not everything going their way. You need some things to fall for you as well. And it has kind of felt like nothing is falling for us so far because of the injuries and Liverpool scoring that last minute winner, and Liverpool scoring against Newcastle as well in the last minute, against Bournemouth as well in the last minute. It has felt like nothing is falling our way. But I think we can confidently say we still have a better defense than them. So we are hoping teams can score goals against them because we're not playing them anytime soon again. So as long as we do our job, you know, defend well and score goals in the upcoming games, because now after we've lost to Liverpool, now we need to go on some sort of run after the international break. So hopefully Hincapie can do that for us. Going to be very interesting to see where he plays, because whenever we sign defenders, they never really end up playing where we don't think they're going to play. Like Ben White was signed as a centre-back. He's now a right back. Timber was signed as a centre back. He's now a right back who plays as a left back as well. Calafiori was signed as a left back, as a centre back. He's now a left back. So let's see where Hincapie will feature at Arsenal. Kiwior's left. There's a lot of movements today. So we're going to talk about a few of them as well. Vieira's left. Lokonga's left. Zinchenko is going to stay. Nelson has moved on loan. But yeah, that is the breaking news. Piero Hincapie. I hope I'm saying his name right. Now that he's an Arsenal player, I'm going to do more studying on him, and hopefully I'm saying the name perfectly accurate. He is joining us from Leverkusen, and can we confirm this again? How long is he going to join us for? Let's see. It's a loan deal, but we're going to sign him next season. I think it's only an option to buy, so that you don't include it in this year's financial financial report, but I think he'll work out for us and we'll end up signing him next season. Because the defenders that we usually sign, 90% of them are usually hits, especially the ones we've signed for the last 4 years or something. Forget about the ones we signed earlier, like the Tavareses of this world and the Cedrics of this world. The ones that we signed recently, you look at players like Calafiori and Timber and even Kiwior, those players have been really good servants for Arsenal. So this is our 8th signing of the transfer window. He's now going to the international break, and then he will join us after that, and then we'll see how it goes for him. If he's definitely going to start some games. Now we have a few injuries and we have a lot of competitions coming up. I wanted to show you guys the strengths that he's going to bring to us. Now, there's someone who had posted something about him. Can I get it? Let's see. Hincapie. Let's see. I don't know if we can get it. Arsenal say this is the final piece of the puzzle. Bayer Leverkusen have already said goodbye. 8 signings in one transfer window is crazy, man. It feels for us it's the best ever transfer window. In terms of the league, probably Liverpool have had the best. Obviously now after signing Isaac, but for us, if we just focus on ourselves, I don't think we expected this kind of a transfer window. I wanted 5 players at the beginning of the transfer window. I thought we were going to get 4, so ending up with 8, that's more than I expected. I know in terms of sales, we haven't made as much as we wanted in terms of money, but if we end up getting 20 million euros for Vieira, who's gone to Hamburg now on loan, we are getting 10 million for Lokonga, we're getting 20 something for Kiwior, so at least those players have moved on. Nelson has moved on loan. Zinchenko did not move on because he did not want to go and reduce his wages, so it's going to be here next season. So in total, we now have 9 defenders. Hincapie is one of them. I think Zinchenko will be the 9th option. Let me look for this thing about Hincapie, because he's going to bring some strength to Arsenal for sure. Calafiori and Timber have been very impressive, and I think Hincapie is going to bring more of the same as well. Why am I not getting it? Let me read your comments as well as we go through this. Let's see. Love Arsenal says Alex. I saw a message about Lookman. Nah, Lookman is not going to join us. Lookman is going to stay at Atalanta. The transfer window is now closed. I don't know why no one signed him at all. Even Tottenham fans are crying for Lookman, but he stayed there. Mr. Ben says that has to drop Martinelli in the number 11 and use Trossard. That is going to be as his position. Odegaard is not going to not start games. Odegaard is still going to be Arsenal's number 10, and Ez is the one who's now going to be starting on the left side. That is just how it's going to be. Martinelli is not leaving. I already told you guys that a long time ago. Martinelli does not want to go, and Arsenal is not going to sell him. There's no one who's going to come and pay Arsenal what they want for Martinelli. Arsenal wanted like 70 million for Martinelli, so we weren't going to do that right now. And the player has to want to leave, by the way. So Martinelli did not want to go, I think, to Saudi Arabia at that point. Mubarak says, to be honest, I'm still disappointed in Martinelli. This guy, since last season, is playing poor. Pre-season failed to impress. Now, he's going to be here next season. So this season, sorry. So he's still going to play some games. So let's just hope it's not as bad as it's been so far. But yeah, Martinelli was not on the pitch yesterday again for scoring goals. Unfortunately, he was there for defending. So we're not going to play Liverpool every single day. Let's see how it goes with the other games. What about Saka and Saliba new contract? Let's see how that one goes as well. I mean, already Bat has done an incredible job. We've signed 8 players. We've given new contracts to Gabriel, Lewis Kelly, Noni. It's a lot to do in one transfer window. And players who've left, players like 15 players have left Arsenal. So it's been a busy transfer window. Rodrygo is not going to leave Real Madrid. Rodrygo already said he wants to stay in Madrid. So that was a waste of time. As I said, like 1 month ago with Nico Williams and Rodrygo, make sure you have another option, because Rodrygo doesn't look like he's going to want to leave Madrid. So you're wasting your time there. He already said he wants to stay at Madrid. So yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Welcome, Piero. Hincapie says Colapo. What about the Saudi club that inquired about Martinelli? Yeah, Al Nassr. Martinelli did not want to go to Saudi Arabia, so the player also wants to go. Martinelli feels like he's young, he's 23, doesn't want to go to Saudi Arabia. You cannot force him to go there. Jesus is going to stay now up until at least January. I've always doubted Jesus. I was even shocked when Tomiyasu left. With Jesus, I think from day one, I've always said Jesus is not going to go anywhere with the injury. I was shocked when he had that Jesus might be sold. He's been out for like 6-7 months, and he's going to be out for a couple of more months. So I don't see why anyone would buy him. Just let him recover and then you come and buy him. So yeah, he's 2 ACL injuries. And Jesus is on a lot of wages. That's what we also need to understand. So Zinchenko is on 150,000 per week. Zinchenko was wanted by a couple of teams, but Zinchenko said, no, I don't want to leave. I'm getting paid 150,000 per week at Arsenal. Why should I leave? So Jesus is the same. Jesus gets paid like 260,000 per week. So why would he go and get paid 100,000 per week? He doesn't have to. So he can just stay at Arsenal up until, his contract expires. So the player also has to want to go, unless this season we've seen a lot of players pushing for moves away and teams forcing players away. But I've always told you guys, Arsenal don't do that. Arsenal don't do like the way United have done with Garnacho and telling him leave by force, and the way Chelsea do it with their players, telling them to leave by force. Arsenal never really do that in terms of chasing players away. I don't think we've ever done that. I mean, maybe a couple of times with players like Ozil, but yeah, we've never really been a team to chase away players. So Jesus, up until he wants to leave, we're not going to let him go. I'm not comfortable in midfield. Andrea planning for strengthening the midfield. The transfer window is now closed, so that is our last signing. Let's see, when do we expect Gabriel Jesus back? Maybe October or something. You're highly welcome to the Gunners family, Piero. I'm trying to look for that. I'm trying to look for, where the hell is it gone? I'm trying to look for the article on our new. So Arsenal have best of luck in Portugal, Jakub Kiwior. So let me just check this one first. So Jakub Kiwior has been announced as well. Let's go to this one. So a lot of moves are happening today, and Arsenal have announced this right now. Jakub Kiwior. So Jakub Kiwior has moved to FC Porto on a season-long loan. He's going to be bought by them next year as well. And the 25-year-old defender has been in North London for 2.5 years. Jakub collected a Community Shield winners medal in 2023, but arguably his most notable performances in an Arsenal shirt came when he played against Real Madrid. He started with Slovakian team. Let's see, Jakub played Youth International. Everyone at Arsenal wishes Jakub success for the season ahead. So I haven't really broken down the transfer itself. It's going to be a loan deal, but it's going to be with an option obligation to buy next season. So they are going to sign him next season. We are probably going to sign our player next season as well. Hincapie, and we moved on. I wanted Kiwior to stay, but he didn't want to stay. He wanted to go and be a first team football, and I think he deserves to be a first team, a fast starter for his team. So yeah, you're not going to keep everyone forever. So I guess some players will have to leave at some point. And it was his turn to leave now. So all the best to him over in FC Porto. I think he also refused to stay in England. I think a couple of teams like Crystal Palace wanted him in England, but he decided to move on. Okay, so I think I can get the one for Hincapie right now from Ben Mattison. Let's see. Where are you? Why do things always did got it finally? So this is what Ben Mattison had to say about the strengths and abilities of our new defender. He's a tactical genius. He usually looks at all of these things. So he said this is what Piero Hincapie is going to bring to Arsenal. He's aggressive wide channel defender. So we love that. Aggressive defenders like Gabriel, and he's going to do it in the wider channel as well. He can play as a centre back. He can still cover as a left back whenever the full back pushes forward. He has pace to overlap. So Eze will be our new left winger. So we are going to need someone to overlap because Eze is going to cut in, and Calafiori can do that. And now Hincapie can also do that, so that is great. He has aerial threat. Obviously, we love that. Another player who can score from corners. Let's see, passing quality to create from deep. Yeah, we need that as well, especially for those Gyokeres runs. You see the pass that Zubimendi, is it Zubimendi? No, it was Merino. There's a pass that Merino made to Gyokeres yesterday. That is the kind of pass that you need to make, quick passes, and that led to Timber having a chance and Calafiori having a shot. Clipped passes and line breakers in behind. So yeah, as I said there, Gyokeres will love him. Can hold the width on the left-hand side to allow Eze in the left half space. Yep. So yeah, for you guys who are talking about Martinelli is not going to play, so we already know that it's Eze who's going to start there. We know when Odegaard is fit, is going to play as a 10. So Madueke also played well yesterday, so he's ahead of Martinelli as well. And there was even rumors about Trossard leaving today, even despite signing the new contract, but he is going to stay. Let's see, and he has the leadership ability as well. I mean, he was the captain of the under-17 team. I think Ecuadorian team when he was young, so he's going to bring the leadership as well. So that's our 8th signing of the transfer window. For me, still a 10 out of 10 transfer window. We signed 8 players, expected 5. I think I wanted Gyokeres as my first signing. I wanted Gyokeres even ahead of Isaac last season, so I'm not going to change what I'm going to say right now and say, oh my goodness, why didn't we get Isaac? I wanted Gyokeres before. We've gotten a backup goalkeeper for 5 million with the Premier League experience. We've gotten Hincapie, a very quick replacement for Kiwior. Didn't leave ourselves short in that area. Havertz got injured. We got Eze right away. Didn't leave ourselves short in that area as well. I mean, if we didn't sign Eze and we only had what we have right now, it'd been a bit of trouble because at the moment Martinelli is not playing well at all. So you want Eze to be starting on that left side. And then on top of that, Zubimendi, you haven't really seen Nørgaard because of the injury. I think Madueke played well yesterday against Liverpool. Am I forgetting anyone? Mosquera was really good yesterday when he came on. So looking at Mosquera costing less than 20 million and, Kepa costing 5 million and all that, for me, it's a 10 out of 10 transfer window because we've also given Lewis Kelly a new contract, because we've also given Noni a new contract, because we've also given Gabriel a new contract. In terms of sales, 10, Morgie. It's a 10. I did not expect 8 players. I've seen people still saying 6. It's not a 6 transfer window, man. What did we expect? 20 players? I wanted the left winger as well, but Ez is going to be playing there, so it's better than not having anyone at all. And Rodrygo did not want to leave Real Madrid. Nico Williams did not want to leave Bilbao, so we were wasting a bit of time there. Sammy says, I'm really happy with that transfer. Now it's up to Arteta to know how to use this powerhouse we have created. Andrea Bat has been tremendous so far in the transfer market this season. The only worry is Arteta's overthinking and selection. The moment I saw Marina in the pitch, I know we are not going to win at Anfield. Let's see. Rodrygo's not going to leave Real Madrid, Fiona. Our squad is in better position. Odegaard needs to try shooting from outside the box. Otherwise, you're going to go no trophy again, and I will be shocked if Attack can't do rotation. By the way, everyone has their opinion, but I feel like people have overreacted from yesterday. I'm seeing some crazy stuff, man. Many teams are going to lose against Liverpool. We've not lost against them for 3 years. It was a bad loss. It was supposed to be a draw. They weren't ever going to score in that game, which means our defense is still very solid. They beat us. We just move on to the next game. I know we wanted, more attacking players. I wanted Eze to start as well ahead of Merino, but the overreaction is crazy, and we are helping the media out as well. I've seen some crazy stuff from the media too, because of course they don't want Arsenal to win the league, so there's that. Anyway, Ogi says, welcome to Arsenal, Hincapie, wishing you niceness, so hopefully it goes well for him. I would like to see us changing the style of play from being more defensive to offensive. I'm attacking more than defending, or else pressing more. Is this possible with our squad? Yeah, the squad we have is definitely possible. Arsenal is a defensive team whenever we play big teams, but this notion of people have made it look like we defend against like every single team. We score goals as well. Over the last 1 year alone, we've scored 5 goals against Man City, 5 goals against Chelsea, 7 against PSV, like Sheffield, Burnley. All these teams have eaten a lot of goals. Newcastle, 4 goals at the Emirates a couple of years ago. We can score goals. We play defensive against these bigger teams like Liverpool away, Man City away. That one I'd understand. But again, I have no problem with that. But if it's a home game like against Leeds, Burnley, I'm expecting different as well. I'm expecting us to create many chances like we did against Leeds, score as many chances as you can. That is what we want to see. We're not playing Liverpool again this season, so that's the only time you're playing them away from home. So hopefully we're going to see different tactics. As you said, Alex, so we have Eze there. I mean, we have Gyokeres there. We have Odegaard is now there. Hopefully, they all come back without injuries from international break. Madueke looked sharp yesterday, so let's see how it does with Eze on the pitch and Odegaard on the pitch and all those guys. For me, signing of the window is better fast, so that I can this window 10 out of 10 for his first transfer window. Yeah, it's a 10 out of 10 because it just came in March. It didn't even come like in January or something. No, it came in March, 2 months to get everything organized. And we've gotten all of these players that, we wanted a striker. We've gotten a striker. We needed a backup goalkeeper. We got a backup goalkeeper. A couple of our defenders left. We needed new defenders to come in. The left winger is interesting. We all wanted a left winger. I didn't manage to get one. Eze will have to do the job for us in that position as well because in the number 10, we already have Odegaard and Noni. So we are hoping Odegaard can improve from last season, and we are hoping for Eze to perform fast on the left side. Let's see. I missed a couple here. So Rodrygo is not going to leave Real Madrid. Forget about him joining us. He's not even going to leave Real Madrid. So interesting for him is going to remain on the bench. Please tell us about Zinchenko, Nelson, Lokonga, and Vieira. Okay, Christopher, let's do that right now, and then we can finish this. Welcome to Arsenal. Is it? Piero Hincapie. 8 signings in one transfer is crazy, though. You signed a 30-year-old, a 26-year-old, a 31-year-old, a 23-year-old, 21, 27, 27, 23. Now, listen, if we defend like we defended yesterday against Liverpool in majority of the games, a lot of teams are going to struggle to score against us because we never even saw players like Salah yesterday. We just need to improve our attack. When you start scoring goals, then you're going to be in a very good position. That's literally all we need to do. When you start creating multiple chances and start scoring goals, because defensively, we've already seen like even teams like Liverpool and Real Madrid cannot really score goals against us. So let's see. Let's see. Where's it gone? So here's Jakub Kiwior. Jakub Kiwior has been announced. So Villas Boas is the director there. So Kiwior has moved on now to FC Porto. There he is in FC Porto shirt with Andrew Villas Boas. All the best to him. He's going to be in the number 4 there. We're not going to play against him in the Champions League. But all the best to him. I think Kiwior did well as an Arsenal player. I think he was underrated. I mean, he's nowhere near like the bad defenders we've had at Arsenal. I rather have Kiwior 10 times out of 10 ahead of all the defenders we had previously in previous lineups and previous regimes for sure at Arsenal. This guy he was quite good for us. Obviously not at the level of Gabriel or Saliba, but I think he did a good job for us. We cannot say like we didn't win the Champions League because of him. He's one of the reasons why we got that far, and he covered quite well. Fabio Vieira has moved on as well. Fabio Vieira has moved on to Hamburg. There he is. Official Fabio Vieira has joined Bundesliga side Hamburg on a season-long loan from Arsenal. There's an option to buy there for around 20 million euros. So if they want to buy him next year, wishing you the very best, Fabio. Let's see. He is at Hamburg. So Lokonga has joined the same team as well. So let's go to that. Albert Sambi Lokonga has gone to the very same team. So thank you very much, Hamburg. They've kind of saved us. We'll cover all the transfers tomorrow. We'll go through all of them because there's a lot. There's like 30 transfers in terms of incomings and outgoings. So I'll just put them all together and then do a separate video on that. But there's Lokonga as well. He's moved on to the same team as Vieira. That is Hamburg. Wishing you nothing but the very best in the future, Sambi. So he's finally gotten a permanent move. Hopefully he can revive his career over there because he's been in and out of the loan deals. He's gone to Crystal Palace, back to Arsenal. He's gone to Luton, back to Arsenal. He's gone to Sevilla, back to Arsenal. And he hasn't really gotten a place where he's going to, be sorted his future. So hopefully he can have a good spell over there. But the breaking news for today is that Hincapie has completed his move to Arsenal, our 8th signing of the transfer window. Let's see. I understand, Alex. I understand. I'm also sad that we lost to Liverpool. I wanted us to keep the record, of not losing to big teams. It was a tactical mistake to have left Eze and Odegaard on the bench for that long. That I don't disagree with. I think maybe we should have brought them on earlier. Damon was excellent, and I want to see more of him, says Sammy. I think it has to be a balance as well. You have to use Noni sometimes. You have to use Dauman sometimes. Obviously, you also can't use Dauman all the time and leave Noni on the bench all the time. Yeah, we have to have some sort of balance to make sure each one of them gets some game time for sure. Patrick says what wants from Arsenal is just leaving players to go. What you don't want from Arsenal is just letting players to go, I guess you mean. If they're to buy a player, to let it settle fast before letting the old player leave. Andrea did his best, but if the midfield is to be like the one for last 2 years back, this year would be for Arsenal, but because of that weak midfield, we don't have a weak midfield. That's what I'm talking about in terms of exaggerating. Liverpool are Premier League champions. Liverpool are going to beat almost all of the teams. If they beat you on the day in terms of midfield presence and all that, it's fine. If Zubimendi and Rice were not performing against 10 teams in the Premier League, that is fine. But losing one midfield battle against Liverpool, who are Premier League champions, is fine. Many players are not going to be able to deal with Rice and Zubimendi. So Liverpool were able to. Well done to them. And it was supposed to be a 0-0 though. Still, they never broke down the. We were talking about. I actually said something yesterday, which is true because obviously people won't care about it because Liverpool won the game. So that is what people will answer and say Liverpool won the game. I know Liverpool won the game, but I did say, yes, we didn't break down Liverpool, but also Liverpool didn't break us down. So it went both ways. It's not like, and this case about Arsenal defending, there was so many times in that game. You see, when Calafrio had a chance to shoot the ball from outside the box and Gabriel shot it and we got a corner from it, we were playing football. We were not parking the bus. We had like 20-25 passes, quick passes to Raya that wasn't parking the bus. Calafrio and Timber were in the opposition box most of the game. That is not parking the bus. So I do agree though with Eze and Odegaard maybe coming on earlier. But the thing about parking the bus against Man City last season, we were parking the bus. So yesterday against Liverpool, we were not parking the bus. I wish Jesus gets well soon so far. Left wing. So Jesus is the other one, by the way. When Jesus becomes fit, if he's still here, is also an option in the left wing. So I don't know where Martinelli is going to be playing because now we have like 5 players who can play there and I don't think he's going to be starting. But welcome to Arsenal, Piero. Hincapie will do another video to talk about all the transfers that have happened. 8 signings, a lot of outgoings as well. But now we are welcoming our new number 5. We have an international break. I'm actually very happy the international break is right now. It's not great going there after a defeat, obviously. But we needed an international break because now with all those injuries to Ben White, to Saliba, to Saka, I'm thankful that we have an international break so that, everything can calm down fast. We can give more time to the players to adapt. Unfortunately, they're all going to go for the international breaks now, the likes of Gyokeres and Eze. But we needed that break and then come back. Hopefully, a few of our players have recovered and we can go on some sort of run. Nottingham, Bilbao, Man City, all those coming up. After losing to Liverpool, now all of those games become must win. But the Premier League season is not over. We are 3 points behind Liverpool. But we need to keep up with them. We can't drop any further than that. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.